Christianity is not the cowardly, wimpish Christianity that you want to make it. My Christianity is the Christianity that defeated Islamic Jihad 3 times. My Christianity is the Christianity that conquered the Roman Empire. My Christianity is the kind of Christianity that defeated the pagan Vikings and the northern pagan tribes. My Christianity is the kind of Christianity that defeated the Ottoman Empire, that defeated the Arab invasion of the 7th century, that defeated the Arab invasion in Andalusia, in Spain. My Christianity is the one followed by the Armenians and the Georgians who defeated the Persian Zoroastrians and the Muslims. My Christianity is not for wimps. You're complaining about it because you are.
Sheesh, man. It's a hard truth. It's a hard truth. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that is very true. I don't think here in the West we realize how spoiled we are. I don't think we really realize like how just, you know, how good we have it in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people who, and I'll be honest, it sickens me to a certain degree, you know? And a lot of times it's that sort of like wimpy, girlyish attitude as to why, like, you know, I always see this pop up on my feed, like, oh, why are men leaving the church? Why are men not in the church as much and stuff like that? It's because here in the West, you know what I'm saying, like, when you make Jesus out to look like some sort of huggable, squishable gummy bear, like, dudes don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you how many times, like, I've sat in on Bible studies and it was just like, it felt like, like, it just felt like, dog, like, why are you making this so, like, you know what I'm saying, like, almost like girly, man, like, like, for a lack of a better term, bro. And trust me, I'm not one of them red pill dudes. I'm not one of those, like, you know, all of those, like, you know, like them rad treads and stuff like that. Like, no, I'm not none of those dudes. All right. But one thing I do not like is when you take Christianity and you try to make it like it's just this, you know, like Care Bears, man. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. It just doesn't sit right with me. The history in which I read about Christianity doesn't match that. Like, the goal is love, of course, but love doesn't come without a little bit of opposition on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, you know what I'm saying, like, everybody, they love to say, like, you know, oh, love is patient, love is kind, and stuff like that. You know, they love to quote 1 Corinthians 13. But they miss the parts where it says that it is not self-seeking. You know what I'm saying? They miss the parts where it says that it always rejoices in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Always rejoices in the truth. That's always been, like, a very important part to me in that part in 1 Corinthians 13. Because when love rejoices in the truth, and it always rejoices in the truth, what does the Bible always say about the truth? It says that people don't like it. They're not going to like it. It's going to cause division, right? That's what Jesus says, right? I've come not to bring peace, but a sword of division. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. It's going to cause division. There's going to be people that don't like the truth. There's going to be some opposition, sadly, in this world. Not everybody's going to accept the truth, you know, easily. You know, and we see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we think we have so many denominations? Why do you think there's so many denominations in Christianity and nobody knows who to follow? So it's really left, people chalk it up to, like, you know, hey, you know, I'm going to just go wherever, like, I feel the Holy Spirit, you know? And it's like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, you know, I'll tell you this, man. Y'all ever read this book? If you've never read this book, I advise you read it. This is called Foxe's Book of Martyrs. And it's on the martyrdom of Christians. talks about the martyrdom of the apostles, the martyrdom of the Christians after them, the church fathers, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this book isn't as charitable to somebody a part of my particular communion. And when I say of my particular communion, I mean Miaphysites. He's not very charitable to the Miaphysites. He does the very thing that you'll see the EOs online do, and they'll call us, like, Monophysites. When it's like, dude, we're not Monophysites, we're Miaphysites, okay? We believe in the one incarnate nature. We don't believe in Jesus being fully divine or just fully human, right? No, we believe that the one incarnate nature is both divine and human. Truly divine, truly human. All right? Anyway. But it was after I read that book and I'm looking at how these apostles went out that I'm like, bro, this is the Christianity that the apostles preached. You have Timothy, who goes up to rebuke a group of pagans during their procession, and he goes to rebuke them for what they're doing, and what do? They beat him to death. And I think it was after 2 days, or by the next day, he died from his wounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at all the martyrdom of the apostles, bro, like, it's brutal, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? It is brutal. And what the 21st century, what my generation be trying to do to kind of like make Christianity seem cool, a lot of the times it doesn't sit right with me, because a lot of like what they do to make it seem cool is they water it down. You know what I'm saying? It's either watering it down or slapping a Christian sticker on everything, and I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? It sickens me. Like, bro, like one of the standout stories that I've read in this book, one of the standout stories is about Blandina and Ponticus. You know who Blandina and Ponticus are? If you don't, I'll tell you. Blandina was a devout Christian woman, very devout, very pious, and she was very like weak, very weak. She has like weak frailties. We'll say that, right? She's pretty frail, but a devout Christian woman. And Ponticus is a 15-year-old boy. I imagine not that far from the age of, I probably imagine not that far from the age of Timothy. I'm not exactly sure of the age of Timothy, but he was young. He was a young boy. And so these two were brought into the amphitheater during the time, and this is during the time of Marcus Aurelius, right? The famous Stoic philosopher that every red pill and trad and every sort of like YouTube philosopher that loves to push stoicism and stuff. Yeah, this is during the time of that guy. And so they are brought into the amphitheater to be fed to wild beasts, right, as a form of martyrdom, as a form of torture, right? And through earnest prayer, right, these two, they're praying and encouraging each other. And the animals, they don't touch them. They didn't touch them. So this resulted in both of them being thrown in jail cells, right? Because it's like, okay, the animals aren't eating them. We don't know why, right? They're pretty much like, all right, the animals aren't eating them. We don't exactly know why. And so comes out for another attempt. I think it's after 3 days, for the third and final time. Comes out after 3 days. So they put them up there to be eaten by these wild beasts. Nothing's happening. And Ponticus and Blandina, they're praying and encouraging each other. And the crowd gets angry. They're getting angry because they want to see blood. They want to see bloodshed. They're like, ugh! You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're really like that, but you can imagine. It's like, yo, like, man, we came here to see a show. Like, why is nothing happening? And so it got to the point where they had to be killed by the sword. And I'm like, wow. I look at stories like that. I look at martyr stories like that. Martyr stories like Polycarp. Martyr stories like Ignatius. And I'm like, wow. We do not realize how good we have it. We really don't. We really do not realize how good we have it today. Now, the warfare is different, of course. But compared to back then, oh my gosh, bro. I don't think any of us would be able to survive a day in these people's shoes. Like, my goodness, my gracious. And I'm thankful that Orthodoxy has, like, in all of its forms, has a tangible way of getting in touch with that sort of past. And I think why, like, Orthodoxy is so appealing, but also why Orthodoxy won me over, is because it doesn't make any promises of an easy life. You know what I'm saying? It just says follow Christ. And I know a lot of people, they try to paint that today, no matter like what kind of Christian you are and stuff like that. But I think Orthodoxy is probably like the rawest form that really just like really paints this idea of, yeah, no, just follow Christ. Just do it. It's not going to be an easy life, but still follow Christ. You know? So, yeah. I feel what that dude is saying, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the wimpy Christianity that people try to push, and it's, oh my gosh. Man, when you look at Christian history and how Christianity, a religion that was spread not by the sword, but through evangelism, and the results of these people, like, after they've converted, right? The results of these nations after they've converted, right? Like, I'm part of the Ethiopian church, man, like, where this church, right, is so, I should say, still, even to this day, so strong in their orthodoxy, that when it came with the Jesuits, who tried to evangelize Catholicism to them in a very harsh way, and stuff like that, and really tried to like Latinize them, guess what happened? They would either toss these people in prison or they kill them on the spot. Because why are you trying to evangelize us? Why are you trying to bring Catholicism to us, knowing that we're Orthodox? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I'm proud to be a part of a strong and very, very just grounded Christianity, you know? So yeah, I understand what that guy's saying though.